So hi everyone, it's Vanessa Jansen here and we're getting Afrocentric today. As you know, I run a small clothing and hair accessory company called Afrocentric, specializing in African print accessories, including these beautiful awesome Doeks, bangles, chokers, Frenchies, bandanas, Afrobands, and a whole bunch more. But for today, I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on the infamous Doek, or headscarf, or turban if you wish in English. So I'm going to give you a quick guide on how to tie two pieces of cloth together. I'm going to use two pieces of 2 meter cloth. They're both quite wide. I'm going to just start by taking them off. You can get an idea of the finished look. This one is more of a Nefertiti Egyptian kind of turban, or an Erica Badu type of turban. But as you can see, I've used two fabrics here. You can see that there's this one underneath. Well, they're actually interwoven together. But there's this black and green beautiful Java print from Malaysia, and I've also got this beautiful shwe type of print with peacock's eye, which I love how it just shows up in all of these patterns. Okay, so I'm going to unwind these guys. Now, these are the most complicated and difficult Doeks to wear, so do take it easy and give yourself a chance, because it's an art and it takes practice to know how things are going to sit and how they're going to work, but have fun with it as well. These are for professionals, as I would say, but if you want to start small, you can use our shorter Doeks, which are about 120 to 150 centimeters long. So those ones sit much shorter, as you can see here. I've got two really long pieces of fabric, 2 meters each. So yes, that's my natural hair underneath here. It's great for covering up bad hair days, also great for creating some decorum, dignitas, if you like. Also great for just expressing yourself as an African woman. So I'm just going to start by getting my hair out of the way. It's also a good idea to tie your turban without earrings on, because trying to tuck hair and twirl turbans and twist them in with earrings on can get a bit hectic. Okay, so the basic idea of this scarf is that we're going to kind of make them like one continuous one, but we're going to start by tying each one separately and securing that, and then we'll wrap the 2 strands together into that turban. Some things to just note: the initial part of tying your turban will be just to secure it, so knots at the bottom or tight kind of twists, just to secure the base of your headscarf, because there's nothing worse than a headscarf getting loose and falling off. So you really want your base to be nice and secure. And then once you've got the base secure, it's just trying to artistically layer and neatly layer the folds of your turban all the way up. And then the last part of tying your turban is going to be securing the ends in, and you learn all sorts of interesting techniques, but most of it is just tying it in within itself, but we'll see what I mean when we get there. One other thing to note also is that these 2 babies, you can see back, they're not double-sided, so you do need to be quite conscious and careful about when you're laying them down that you don't show the wrong side of the fabric. So that's the right side of the fabric, obviously, but when you're twisting and turning, just be careful that you don't show that, otherwise it starts looking a bit messy and untidy. A lot of Java prints in particular, and shwe also are printed double-sided, so those ones are really nice to use when tying Doeks, because you don't have that wrong side effect. But when you do have 2 wrong-sided fabrics, like I do, this is what you're going to do. So I'm going to start by securing a base. It's up to you which base you want, and probably the one that's closer to your skin in tone, or you'll decide that. I'm also just going to tie off the back end so that I don't have the messy end of the cloth. And then the first part of any scarf tie technique is putting it on your head. And how we do this is you would turn your head forward, so I'm just going to turn slightly, and you want to basically put this on the back of your neck and be able to pull it up, right? So not major, just see, very simple. So I'm going to show you here because this is the first part of securing your doek. Okay, so you can make a knot here if you wish. I normally just tuck it quite securely underneath the main one, so you can see this side. So I'm just pulling it all in, and then I'm just holding this side to keep it secure as I bring this top one over like that. Okay, so what you want to make sure is just that it's nice and secure, and also that you don't have any wrong sides showing at this point, because that's what you're going to have to watch the whole way through. Okay, so that's the first part. You can see I've taken it all the way to the back. Keep your cloth nice and wide and open so you can see the pattern and the colors. Okay, so I'm bringing it now onto this side, just to hold it here. And really you can see the first kind of curve of the turban there. Okay, so now we're going to do exactly the same thing, but on the other side with our other piece of cloth. Okay, now you can hold that with your neck, or you can just let it tie and you'll tighten it as you go, as long as it's stable. So I'm taking the second one, same thing. Just going to make sure that the bottom edge is neatened off. But this time I want to start with this side, so we're going to go the opposite direction. This is normally where I get a bit clueless. So just swipe it all the way down to the opposite end of your fabric. And exactly the same thing. Now you want to make sure you're creating a layer here on the back, so slightly higher. And this one's quite long in the front as well, so you can see that the wrong edge here. So I'm just going to fold that underneath so that you can get that nice fabric on the bottom. See, I'm holding it under my arm just to keep it stable. And I'm going to twist it a bit and kind of force it underneath here. But can you see it's holding nicely here? And then just want to make sure that we still see the bottom. And there goes my first gold layer. Just check your edges. I've got to mirror the sides, so I'm checking my edges. Yeah, and when it's nice and secure, you can bring it all the way through to the shoulder. Okay, so that's probably your hardest part, and you can stop at this point and maybe just check all your layers have started right, because you won't be able to change them much once you get higher. So just pull them nice and neat. I'm looking in my mirror that side, but you can see I'm just evening out the front because we're still going to layer more on top here. So it gets easier from here. Basically, you want to take the top edges and the bottom edges nice and neatly. And you're just going to cross them over as you go through the top. So should we go gold first or green? We're about equal at this point. Let's go gold. Yeah, nice and neatly twisted here to the back. No loose edges, we tie those in. Then we're going to take the green one, then fold that one nicely to neaten the edges. That's why this is not the one you want to start with, but it's fun. You just need to give yourself some time and a bit of artistic license. So here goes my black one. See, with the ends nicely folded over, you don't have any of that white wrong side. So now can you see I've twisted it all up and I've got a nice layered effect. I'm going to move this one slightly over some more to get more of the gold underneath. There you go. Yeah, that's it. And now, because you really want to make sure it's tight and secured, I'm going to just make a knot, and I don't have too much now at the back, so it's going to be easier to make a knot now. And I'm going to just tie that knot so that it sits slightly above the rest of the fabric, because because that's going to start forming the edges of your turban. So can you see already the shape is taking place? You can tidy as you go. Just make sure you're happy with how everything is layering, or not if you want. You can just go freestyle. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So now the end bit, it's tucking in and neatening, and also you create the turban effect by pushing your edges in on themselves. That also tightens them, gives it more height, and allows you to get rid of these guys. So I'm just going to neaten that up so that when I do tuck it in, it's easier. I want to neaten that one up and layer it up on the top. And here's what I'm doing. The bottom layer, I'm holding it so I can just push that edge under one of the twists that are already there. Okay, so that one's nice and secure. Hopefully it looks nice and neat. You can never tell. You hope and pray. You can make the neat front, and then you hope and pray that the back also looks neat. But you can feel the cloth and have a general sense of the height and the neatness. And as long as you're making sure that your fabric wrong ends are always on the inside, you should be fine. So now we're going to put this one and do exactly the same thing. Ends, as you can see, are not as frayed. That's the nice thing with the Java prints. So this one is going to come up. I'm just folding in the edge there because it's got a bit of a label to keep my nice turban effect. I'm putting this one even higher up. Can you see how I've created almost a layer up? And then this one, again, same thing. I find a fold here at the top, or in between here. Anywhere you find a little fold, you kind of want to just hold the bottom and push it in. Yeah. So that's the basics. Now you can tidy up, you can position, you can also tighten and secure your doek even more by just again holding your main bottom scarves and just turning these on themselves. And if you like, you want to create a nice turbanista look, push it right up almost to your hairline if you like. Crossover is quite nice in the middle of her head, so I pushed it all the way up almost to my hairline, which kind of makes it tall. Can you see how much height that adds? Yeah, that's one of those ends, but just keep on twisting them in on themselves. Hopefully that doesn't look too bad. And there you have it. Now you can add your earrings. I'm going to put these beautiful gold ones on. This doek combination is part of our Christmas specials. These are our Christmas colors. It's not white and green and red. But this is more an African gold, African green, and of course it's black. So there you have it. 2 doek turban. Make you look like a queen. Help you express your Africanness. Make you a bit Afrocentric. You can wear it as I am now with casual top, with jeans. You can wear it with a dress, anything you like. Mix match your colors, add jewelry as you wish, and yeah, enjoy being Afrocentric. Enjoy celebrating Africa every day.